Hi there folks, my name's Novoin24 and welcome once again to another little review of an FSX product. So today we're going to be having a look over one of the newer releases, or re-releases actually, from Iris Simulation Software, the Battlefield Airlifter. Now this is a remake of their older C-27J. So it is inspired by, as they describe it, is inspired by the Alenia C-27J Spartan. Now, if you'd be forgiven for thinking it looks like a baby Hercules because the engines and cockpit systems are shared by the C-130J, so designed to keep it in commonality so that crews can easily convert between the types. So, we're going to be, as always, we're going to take a look at the exterior, then we have a look at the interior, then we're going to take it for a quick test flight. So, I'm going to show off the exterior texturing first, so let's have a look. It's pretty damn slick. It hasn't changed a great deal from the earlier version. A little bit more detailed, a few more schemes are now available by default, but it looks very, very nice and has become into quite the detail and the quality detail that we've come to expect from Iris Simulation products. So we've got the two beautiful turboprops there. You've got the skin there. It's like it is very beautifully detailed, right down to the pilots you've got there in the cockpit as well. So it's a very impressive exterior model here. Definitely something that we've come to expect from the quality works coming out of Iris. The Iris Audio Works sound engineers have come up with a great sound pack again for this one. It really does sound like those giant Allison turboprops that power this thing. I was fortunate enough to actually see one of these doing a display routine in the UK a few years ago, and yeah, it does sound like the real thing. So very impressive work that they've done there. So the colour scheme we're flying today is a slightly fictional one. It's a Royal Australian Air Force One, the 38 Squadron. The RAAF is acquiring 10 of these beautiful aircraft, but they are going to do 35 Squadron instead of 38. But that's okay. In the meantime, 38 Squadron is the only heavy lift squadron in the RAAF. Now, as I said, very beautifully well modelled. All the lights, including the slime lights, the formation lights, all very well done. Okay. Let's have a quick look at the interior, shall we? Alright, so here we are. So it's a full glass cockpit. Now I will stop here briefly. Now this aircraft's I've already got this one powered up. Oof, put my crossfeed on. Now this aircraft is already powered up. Now by default, when the aircraft loads in, it will load in cold and dark. So a couple of little tips for that one. Now our guys at Iris have put up a great video on how to get us started. Couple of shortcut tips though. Essentially we'll just switch over to the overhead panel here. Okay, so on your overhead panel here, you're going to want to fire up your source power to either APU, or if you want to fire up to external, and you want to send the DC over to emergency battery external. Once you do that, you go make sure your AC external does not say off, and then you want to go back down to your flight management system down here, go onto the systems page, panel states, and then go power on APU or power on engine. Okay, or if you want to shortcut it, just go straight to takeoff. Okay, that'll fire everything up and get everything going for you. So, nice little thing. Otherwise, it does come with a great in the manual. Comes with a great setup on how to actually get everything done yourself. I've become quite proficient at doing it myself now. So yeah, it's actually enjoyable to actually do everything there. So yeah, pretty cool. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of these lights on. I think I'm going to put my formation lights on. Put these on the flash. Yeah, sounds good. Alright, as you can see, it's very detailed up here. These all work, by the way. It does model icing conditions, as I found out when I was taking this through a thunderstorm with my Active Sky Next not so long ago. Oh. They've got the FSX radio going there for a moment. Let's just change that frequency, shall we? Alright. We won't be in trouble with that anymore. Alright, so, as I was saying, you've got the full glass cockpit here, so you've got your primary flight display here. Now over here you've got, by default it says your ACORS, so this gives you your basic engine information and stuff like that. You can also flick it over to systems, so you can see the actual, just the temperatures and stuff like that, what's active, what's not. You've also got fuel, but normally the fuel one's displayed over on this side on the right, on the co-pilot display. Go back to our ACORS. The center one is pretty much always just set to, I always just leave it set to nav. Now it does give you all you can do your normal overlays that you can from which is based on your FSX database. So bring the range out, so you can add in your airports, you can add in waypoints if you've got a flight plan loaded, airways, all that cool fun stuff that you get through there. So I like it. I think it's nice, pretty clean, pretty simple, easy to follow, and just generally, yeah, pretty damn awesome. You've got your CDI source, so coming from your VORs or your GPS as the plane, for both sides of the pilot and navigator. And you've got your standard sort of autopilot controls there as well, your altitude, speed holes, and your barometer there. So, look, it's pretty laid out, it's very easy to read, pretty much everything works, so yeah, if you're into clicking buttons and clicking gauges, this is definitely going to be an aircraft that you want to look at, it really is, so pretty cool. Alright, now we're going to jump back over here. Now, cool thing up here is you do also have, because it is primarily military, you do have your heads-up display as well, which you can bring on here. And you get that displayed there. You can adjust the brightness and all that kind of fun stuff as normal. But yeah, not around with that too much today. So you do have your heads-up display, your radar altimeter, all your usual fun stuff, and your wind direction gauge down the bottom. Now, one of the cool things, before we get started on a little test flight, I want to show one of the cool things. Now, what the guys at IRS did is they also put in some of the different versions of the C-27J, which some theoretical, some are accurate. Now, alright, so if you go over here to the flight management system, go in here. So we had looked at the panel states just before. Now if we go into the aircraft configurator, alright, so it's got a few optional extras that you can add in as well. Now, various different models of this have been proposed. Not all have made it to production status. Primarily, there is just the C-27J, however, the proposed variants have been the AC-27J Stinger 2, which is a gunship version, the MC-27J Praetorian, which is a command control and gunship version, and the EC-27 Jedi, well, jamming and electronic device instrumentation, aka Jedi. So what you can do is you can actually customize what things are actually appear. So if you don't want to have the HUD, you can take it off. You can have the ability to have refueling probes, sensor domes around the aircraft as well, and your radomes. So it's going to quickly have a look at see some of these aircraft roles, or you can just do a bulk change just by clicking aircraft role. Alright, so I have a quick look at the outside of this one. So this one puts up one of the proposed side mount radars, complete with the refueling probe there, proposed for some of the more European countries and AEW platform for them. Next one we're going to have a look at is the APY9 radome one. So this gives and it is a rotating radome, it actually does rotate. So this is just based on the idea of the Coast Guard's, the US Coast Guard, which operates the C-27J now, with their radar drug enforcement ones for the C-130s, and this is what they can do with the C-27s as well. Next, we're going to have a look at long-range ones. The long-range one is pretty much just everything standard. It just has the refueling probe fitted, which we now already seen. Private is just basically essentially just the idea of a civilian version, which is just a clean type there. So no sensors, no radomes, none of the military fun stuff that's in there. There's a cool repaint kicking around of a Toll Aviation and a FedEx one, guys. So if you grab this, think about grabbing that repaint. It's quite nice. Now I've got one of my favourites, the MC-27J. So this is the Praetorian one. So this one just looks badass. It looks so badass, it's not funny. So this thing is equipped with a pair of sidewinders, some electronics humps on the back, then has two 30mm, 20mm Gatling cannons at the front, and a 40mm at the back, along with flare turrets, targeting arrays, and 3 Mark 82 Snake Eye high drag bombs, as well as the sensors. This one just looks badass. And one thing I'd really love to see is, I would love to see if RSK actually posts an update for this to make it TAC pack enabled, because that would just be awesome. So awesome. So awesome. That's enough of that. We're going to go back to our normal rolls here. So I am going to go back to what we had before, which is having the HUD and the sensors. Radar, co-pilot visible. I have the refueling probe. Because the other cool thing with the refueling probe is not just an exterior model, it actually does reflect in the cockpit as well, so you can see it. Alright, now, so one other little cool thing they've got in there as well is they've got the audio from the loadmaster and the co-pilot, so you can actually hear them talking.
Maintenance have fitted the heads-up displays to the cockpit. That'll make life easier, I'm sure. Sir, the in-flight refueling probe has been added. That sure to extend our legs. Sir, the new sensors have been fitted to the aircraft. We should now have night vision capabilities on the HUD units. Major, the loading ramp is closed.
Good morning, sir. Switching power feed to engines. Engine anti-ice on. Prop anti-ice on. Airframe anti-ice on. The cockpit now has ECS priority. GPWS on. Battery bus energized.
Alright, so as I said, the audio works the guys have put in here is pretty damn awesome. Alright, so let's go on now. I think we've done all that. Let's go for a quick flight, shall we? So today we are at Yankee Sierra Romeo, India. So that is Richmond, RAAF Richmond. Currently the home of Australia's only heavy lift air squadrons for the C-130s, and it will be the initial home of 35 Squadron RAAF when they first convert to the C-27J. After they've converted to type, they will be moving on to RAAF Amberley, because 35 Squadron's traditional support role has been supporting Northern Australia, so they'll be returning back to their old home of Amberley once they've converted over to type and once they've been fully established by 2017. Taxi past the RAAF VIP 737 there. Give them a wave, shall we? Thanks to Orbix for that one, by the way. The only little odd thing about this aircraft is she handles a little funny on the ground. She feels like she's about to tip over a lot of the time. Not 100% sure why. I did notice when they were first betaing this as well. It's not as bad as it was, but it's still noticeable. So yeah, not sure really what's going on there. But anyway, all right. Everything there, we've got get our run up, 1 notch flaps. And off we go. Accelerates really quickly. So a true tactical transport, she absolutely flies off the deck. She loves being in the air, she really does. So yeah, you get the feeling of it being a tactical transport, you really do. It is absolutely incredible. The flight dynamics are pretty damn awesome as well, they really are. She feels right once she's in the air. As I said, it's my only grumble. She doesn't feel right when she's on the ground, but you know, she's meant to be flying, so that's pretty much what's supposed to happen, I suppose, really, isn't it? So the C-27, yeah, this model has been produced and is absolutely amazing. I really am enjoying it. I really am. if you like any kind of like transport type aircraft, this is going to be one that you want to at least consider, because it's a baby Hercules. It's cool. It makes a great addition to if you have the Captain Sim C-130. It makes a great addition to your fleet. It really does. It's a little baby Hercules, and it's so cute. It's cool and it's cute, and oh, it's just great. A lot of fun. Lots and lots of fun. She's perfectly comfortable at altitude and also low down, which is really, really good. As the flight dynamics, I can't really fault. I really can't. It's got full capability of all your lift dumpers, everything really as well. Probably the only thing I have a little grumble about, other than this, is it does have trouble following a GPS flight plan. Has a lot of trouble holding that. Not really sure why. I've read the manuals and sort of looked into it a bit, but I still can't seem to figure out why I can't get it to hold the flight plan. But other than that, look, it's pretty damn awesome. Definitely worth consideration. I've also put on, I've got a video on my channel as well from a few days ago that's of me doing something crazy like trying to put this down on a carrier. And I tell you what, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun to actually be able to put that in. And yeah, it does throw warnings up if you extend your flaps and gear when you're too fast all the way. So we're going to make a tactical landing here. They modelled the reverse thrusters really, really well. Let's see how fast we can stop. But yeah, I made a video the other day, put it up on my channel. Have a look at it if you're interested at all. It's just cool just to watch anyway, of me landing one of these on an aircraft carrier. David put it out as a challenge from Iris, and you know what? I decided I am going to accept that challenge. Alright.
100.
Air brakes out.
50. 40.
Oh, now that is an incredible stopping distance when you engage the reverse thrusters. It really is. So, there you go. Alright folks, well, that's pretty much my review of this one. It is an absolutely fantastic aircraft. Highly recommend that you look at it and look into it. For those who had it already from Iris, I believe you can get an upgrade from your flight sim store that you purchased it from. Personally, I love it. I never had the original C-27. I jumped straight into this one when this one was still in a bit of a beta phase. I jumped in onto this one. Have absolutely loved it. I've watched its development and watched the increased change version, and you know what? It's had some incredible work done on it, and it's really, really impressive. So you can pick up the C-27J or the Battlefield Airlifter from either directly from rssimulations.com.au, or alternatively you can pick it up from your favourite flight sim store. Alright, so we'll just taxi next to here. We'll park next to this VIP 737, shall we? As I said, it's got some fun stuff in it. I really like how they've put the different models in and stuff like that, and so you can see them. Oh, on a side note, by the way, so friends of mine over at msflights.net and we tested it out the other day. It's very, very nice, very friendly on packets when it comes to the multiplayer sort of side of things. It's also very good to share a cockpit for as well, which is something that Iris in the past have not been known very well for, unfortunately. So yeah, it's really nice to see this one actually going today. So so it is very nice and easy to shareable. Shut it all down, and these cool little ground animations come up as well. So pretty cool. Alright guys, as I said, you can pick up this wonderful aircraft from your favourite flight sim store or directly from Iris and rssimulations.com.au. Well folks, thanks very much for tuning in. Hope you found this video a little bit informative and interesting for you, and help you make an informed decision about purchasing this fantastic aircraft. Definitely can come up with a big thumbs up from me, highly recommended. Alright folks, well thanks very much for watching. As always, don't forget you can stay in touch with me don't forget to like and subscribe here to the channel, and also you can follow me on Facebook and on Twitter. Just search NovaWing24 to keep up with all the latest happenings for NovaWing24 and various flight sim things. Alright folks, thanks very much for watching. Take care, safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.